today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Mike Badgley to kick off. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after it right out of the gate.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
And now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he's got to block it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Burrow throw. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. On 2nd down, Burrow. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Blitz coming, and down he him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Incomplete.
Burrow's pass intended for Jared Cook.
And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stuck out that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit. I put some points on the board on this one.
25 yards that time.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed down. The Bengals drive about to get going, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they've punted it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink. That happened fast and a big sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Tate. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14, but it's now 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
It's now 4th.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just know.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
14-yard line.
Herbert. That's complete. Right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coming right, this is Anderson on the toss. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
At the 41-yard.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's now
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Herbert on first down now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Hunter Henry.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. This one complete to Reed. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and goal at the server.
Back to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. To the air again, Herbert. And be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
At the 31-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They give it to Anderson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz it,
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Joe Burrow sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's going to go down again. Ochimenowosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
At their own 5.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Anderson. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Take him down.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
They run it again with Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Herbert, he'll rifle this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
1st and 10 at the 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter His second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Badgley to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At their 49-yard line.
Now it's Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. 11 yards there, first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Chargers' 21-yard line.
10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Rodney Anderson.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Anderson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
6 at the 12-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he's got it complete to Anderson.
Burrow's pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4 yards. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Running for it, here's Anderson. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So it's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. It's Eckler again. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Ball carrier.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Herbert now. Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Burrow. This complete to Lockett.
Burrow's pass.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna-Nwosu. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Reed, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Today's final score, Chargers 26, Bengals nothing.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine.